Now here's more from today's featured artist on Frank's Magic Bus.
And our feature is the band Head East. We are talking one-on-one with keyboardist Roger Boyd of Head East. And we asked Roger if the other famous Central and Southern Illinois band, REO Speedwagon and Head East, were friends early on in their career. In the Southern Illinois, like Champaign area and the Southern Illinois in general, back in the day, that's where REO Speedwagon came out. Did you guys ever play the same gigs when you were just young and starting out, or you crossed paths back in those days?
Well, actually, they were practicing in the basement of the dorm when I first started school there in '67, and we did not play together. They were booked by a different agency, and we also were the two big, we emerged as the two big popular local bands. So, of course, that was like two banty roosters in the barnyard. So, in the later years, here in the last 10 or 15 years, we've actually worked together quite a bit. Back then, we were the business was different. We were very, very competitive, both trying to get deals, both trying to get out. Similar kind of music, because we came out of the same scene, that good Midwestern drive-in rock vocals and stuff like that. But we did jam at one of the local bars one night. We both played Sympathy for the Devil, and people still talk about the fact that we both got on stage at the same time and played together. But that was it in the early days.
Well, that's amazing. Didn't you say that you had a funny story about really one of my favorite Head East tunes, Jefftown Creek?
Jefftown Creek's a little campground in Southern Illinois where we came up from then. And it kind of ties into the fact that people always go, well, why are there no lyrics on the album? And the fact of the matter is, back in the 70s, since you've been in radio for a while and familiar, with all that stuff and the politics that went on, any mention of any kind of drug activity or this, that, and the other, songs wouldn't get played. And Jefftown Creek basically is a song about our drummer, Steve Houston, who wrote the song, going down to Jefftown Creek, and it was the first time he ever smoked any weed.
Yeah.
So talk about taking a couple hits and smoking some wine, and in the campground, it was great.
Yeah, it's such a fun song. But that Jefftown Creek was an actual, like, a camping area, right?
Yeah, it is. It is a little bitty campground outside of a town of about 50 called Cravat in Southern Illinois. So it's an actual place.
Do you think it's still there?
The campground?
Yeah. Wouldn't that be interesting to go back there? I wonder if those people, it'd be so funny to show up and ask those people if they even knew these days, 30 years later, hey, do you know that there's a song written about this little campground, in that little town there? But.
Well, they might. The picture we shot on the back of Flat as a Pancake with all of us cramming pancakes in. First of all, we couldn't find any place in town to do it because we were already so hot, and that was for the A&M record. So we finally found the Right Way Diner over in Creve Coeur, and people were just everywhere. They still have that same jukebox and those pictures on the wall, and people go in there all the time with the album and go, man, is this the diner where they shot this picture and everything? So I imagine the people down at Jefftown Creek outside the campground, some of them would still relate to it. But it's pretty out of the way. It's pretty remote.